I still don't. Yeah, nothing wrong. Just be thankful there. I fuck with Courtney. I was like, hey, you want the good news or the bad news? She's like, the bad news. I'm like, bad news. I'm gonna have to be in office on the 3rd to prep for the 15th. Make sure everything's back in order. And she just got real down. She's like, okay, what's the good news? I was like, I'm gonna have a lot more motivation to push through these cabinets because I'm going back to work soon. And I'm like, just like, why do you do that? It's necessary in life. Sometimes you need to, you can't just know it all. You can't have it. You're the same person.
It's not. Oh man, I love burger. I'm gonna get some burger.
You wanna jump over the biz? You wanna introduce us and
do it? And hello everyone. Welcome back to Life on the Inside. I'm Pecs.
Doughy Noey with you.
We're hitting up on you on a Wednesday. Had a wild weekend. Tina's dad went into surgery, so we're recording a little late, but that's not stopping us. He's good. We just, shit happens.
It does. So, thoughts and prayers to the family for sure. But he came out. He's doing good. Stronger than ever.
Yeah, he's alive. He's doing his thing. He's grumpy because, well, he's got tubes coming out of his chest and shit. I mean, I'd be grumpy too. So it's
hell yeah. Definitely.
I'd be grumpy. So it's happening, as always. We're an Amazon affiliate, so check out the links in the show notes. Get the Amazon Prime for the $6. Get the 2-day shipping because we need that right now. We need that 2-day shipping. You need that 2-day shipping. I need that 2-day shipping. So I got my little Baby Yoda. I ordered him December 2nd. He's cute. I painted him.
I knew I felt a presence. I just felt some kind of aura around you, and it's just a strong force. I had no idea.
I'm just gonna bring him out.
Yeah, can I see him?
Yeah.
Oh, you have cages. They're in cages.
Dude, my little Baby Yoda. I don't know. I can't.
He's a bobblehead.
Yeah, he's a little bobblehead, dude. He's a little Funko Pop bobblehead.
Bobble Yoda.
Yeah, dude. Yoda's the shit.
Thank you. That's a first for me.
So, you can order that on Amazon. See what I did there? Segues. I love segues. But today's episode, we're talking about our own bad experiences in restaurants.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen because obviously we work in restaurants. We don't want your experience to be bad, but sometimes it still happens to us. Sometimes we have bad experiences and we need to tell you guys about it. The viewers, the listeners, whoever you may be. I think we're starting my oldest story. This is my oldest story of a bad experience. I think it's the first one I really remember. It was in a drive-through McDonald's. And this is wow, we're really just jumping into it. I love it.
I'm ready. I'm on my edge of my seat right now.
Right after I was still working at Addison's. I was a chef. I was a cook. We'll get to the difference between cooks and chefs in another episode because there is a difference, guys. But I went to McDonald's. I'm like, I'm gonna get a Big Mac because I love Big Macs. Big Macs are my jam. I love them. Extra Mac sauce. They're just God's gift in my mouth.
So you're a sauce. Sorry to cut in. So when are you a sandwich guy? Do you make sandwiches?
Yeah, I make sandwiches.
Live on sandwiches.
Right.
Are you a sauce on both bread type of guy?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good. We can still be
sauce. Friends. It's saucy. I like a good saucy sandwich. All right. I'm
mustard or mayo?
Sauce. Both.
Oh, okay. I like it too. I mix it every once in a while. Not always, but if I'm feeling frisky.
What I do is I do mayo on one and then mustard on the other. And then depending on how I eat it, it's like I want a mayo bite. I want to flip it over and get a mustard bite.
Oh, okay. Because it's where it's falling on your taste buds. It's what you're initially
right.
And then mayo, the nose of it, you have the nose on it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's great. It's smart.
Interesting.
So sauce, both sides. You want to freak it out? I'm just making up English again. Also, in the show notes, Noah's making fun of me because I can't spell. He was.
English. The English language is pretty complicated. You have 3 different words with different spellings, and so you pronounce them the same. I understand, Caleb. I was just trying to help you out.
That's fair. I understand that my tensive sense was wrong because I was using my senses. See, I understand what I did there.
You did the SE, not the SI. People out there.
Yeah.
Common mistake, and it's okay. It happens quite frequent, and I'm going to continue to critique his English because it's gotten worse as we started this quarantine. This social interaction is definitely playing a role on his verbal skills and my written skills. I'm forgetting how to type, putting on deodorant. That's not written, but it's one of those.
Yeah.
It's still affecting.
I can say the F word really good now. I can. I really can. But
highly due to Warzone. And
yes,
Rage
Warzone.
Quit.
Oh, yes, Rage Quits. Also, new update today. We're playing that. All right, back on topic. Sorry, guys. So go to the drive-through, see, there I go stuttering again, and get my Big Mac, So this was before I started eating in the car, and I waited to get my Big Mac home because it wasn't too far away. I sit down. I present the Big Mac to myself, put it down, put my fries. I open up the box. And lo and behold, there's a Big Mac with no patties.
You have one job.
One job. So that's not even the best part of the story. So what happens after that is me being in high school, I'm like, I want to take this to Facebook. This is when Facebook like first started and it was like starting to become a thing. Everyone's got one, but I'm like, hey, how does this happen? Took a picture of it. I'm like, I'm going to put this on Facebook. People can laugh at it. No big deal. I don't know what fuck decided that he was going to get in a fight with me. Look at that F word. Great. It just rolls off. And he's like, fast food workers, they have hard jobs too. And blah, blah, blah. And it was a mistake. And he's just coming at me like, bro, like, not sorry. And then like this becomes a thing. Like this is my first Facebook fight. It's crazy. And my mom gets in on it. I'm just like going back and forth with this dude fighting with him about fast food workers. Like I don't know. I mean, I work in a kid. I understand. Like he got in a fight with me over all this. And at the time I'm like, I don't know. But so I got a fight with this kid. And it ended up being like a huge thing, like just hundreds of messages of me going back.
Oh no.
About, I don't even know if he worked at McDonald's or not, but about like.
Right. He was either the worker who did it, manager at a fast food chain, or got fired recently from a fast food chain. Those are my guesses on who that is.
In the end of the day, I just was like, just pay more attention, bro. Like, it's not like I had a large order. It was a Big Mac and some fries. Like,
it's not. Did you slander this guy's name? Like,
no.
I hope his family died and things.
No, dude. I'm just like, man. I was like, I did this. I had a long day of work. I'm upset. All I wanted was a Big Mac, and I couldn't even get that. So there's my shitty day, guys. Like, that's all it was. This dude took it so personally. I mean,
So that was your shitty.
That was my
drive-through.
That was my shitty drive-through, and like ever since then, I think that's happened once more. I think it happened last year where they've just forgot the patty. Like I can understand like cheese, lettuce, the small things, but the patty.
I thought you were going to tell me that he forgot your extra Big Mac sauce.
No, I would have been okay with that. That's fine. That's fine if you get the extra Big Mac sauce. I'd be a little upset if you forgot like the Big Mac sauce in general, but like I can still enjoy the burger without the Big Mac sauce.
Did you go get another free Big Mac?
No, I didn't. I was in high school. I didn't know. I wasn't a Karen. I didn't know. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to deal with it. I'm not going to go complain. That doesn't happen later in life.
Not a Karen?
I was not a Karen, and Karens are really upset about it. Did you know there's a "Don't Call Me Karen" movement now?
Oh, really?
Yes, that's a thing. They're like,
where that stems from? What?
Dude, I don't even know. Like,
it's one of the people who probably called the cops about some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine. I don't even know either. That's what. But I knew what you were referencing whenever you said, "Don't be a Karen."
Don't be a Karen. No,
I feel you.
Karen.
That's.
So yeah,
it's wild.
It's upsetting me right now just thinking about it.
Yeah. See that, but I mean, kudos to you. Even in high school, I guess I probably wouldn't have taken it back and got the free food. But I do know people like that who rig the system, dear and close to my heart, who have who do that and take advantage of that stuff. And it's a hard fought battle on the other side of things whenever people are just trying to, what are you going to do? Oh, yesterday I came through, you buy some food, right? This is what happened. Different places, different little fast food joints. This could be Waffle House. This could be Whataburger, McDonald's. Goes through day A. buys everything he wants. Goes back the next day. I came through yesterday. Everything was great, but you forgot this and this. They're like, oh, okay. Some people will refund the entire order.
I know they will. It's crazy.
To remake it, remake it, or they'll give them that. So mine was, we were in California and on Catalina Island. So we were at a pretty nice seafood establishment, and it was, I'll just tell you, I barely remember this because we had a lot of fun prior to this dinner, but I was with said person, and he begins to complain about our food. But at this point, food and timing, it definitely took a while, but so it plays it up that he asked to speak to a manager. Manager never comes to the table. He asked again to speak to the manager. They say the manager is not even on the premise. Catalina Island, like, you have to kind of walk to get your stuff. It's who knows? But this whole time, I was just so uncomfortable that, one, looking back, I wish I would have ordered the steak if I knew I was going to get a free meal. Two, just don't do that. Don't do that, people. If you're those people who literally are fishing. Now, I know that this was definitely a booze-filled exploration of how to exploit these people, but my God, it was so uncomfortable, and it burns in my head as one of the worst times that we caused our own personal misfortunes at this restaurant. It was just, dude, I can't even begin to imagine. This goes on. We sit through an entire meal. This is over an hour, and he asked a server, poor waitress that we was taking care of us, and of course, at the very end of it all, it was, oh no, you did great, but it was crazy. Got the free bill, tipped the waitress, and it's just like, damn. Oh my gosh, dude, it was
just so
uncomfortable.
Thinking of exploitation, we used to have this guy we called him the corn dog man. You come through the drive-through, like clockwork to every, like, all the place. Like, this was his job. This was literally his job, he would come through. He'd order a corn dog and a small fry, right? And then he'd do the quit change. He'd try to be like, well, here's a 50, and then get your change back. Oh, you didn't give me the whatever change or whatever. And be like, oh no, my wife, she's in labor. I need to get a refund for all this. Oh, you never gave me my change. And then, like, yeah. So there's a bounty on the corn dog guy. And
yes.
It, like, I can't remember, but the owner, like, gave whoever got a picture of him like $50, and we posted him on, like, all the restaurants. And then we, like, called up, like, hey, there's a bounty on the corn dog man.
Nice.
That was before I got there. Then he actually showed up, and everyone knew who he was, so they started freaking out, like, oh my God, it's the corn dog man! Everyone, it's the corn dog man! All over the drive-through speaker. The corn dog man is here! So we're all like, oh shit, it's the corn dog man. Because he'd literally, like, and anytime anyone would order a corn dog and a small fry, I'd be like, corn dog man? Corn dog man here?
That's so funny. Yeah, dude. People are shysty. I know, it was a time in their life, but God, that was super, super uncomfortable. Will always burn in my brain. That's why every time someone begins to berate or want something free, I'm like, what are you doing here? Was it really poor service, poor experience? Or, it's just such a tough, I always err on the side of, yeah, sure, maybe we did drop the ball. I think you have to, but like you say, the customer is not always right.
Not always, and right. Like I said, I'm more likely to give you something for free when you're nice.
Mm-hmm. And don't expect it.
Be like, we messed some things up. Have some dessert or something, like, hey, I'm going to take care of that. But, like, don't expect it. I hate it when people expect it.
Oh my God. You're asking me, you're telling me that. So what are you going to take off? I
nothing now.
I know my face has to say something. My face has to say something to these people whenever they're asking me that, and I'm just staring at them.
Your Pepsi. Man. How about that? I'll take care of your drinks.
Gosh, yes.
Oh, man, I'm like heated. I'm having PTSD from.
I know.
Karens. I hate Karens. Everyone hates Karens.
Yes.
Sorry,
we
not
run
sorry.
into them.
We do run into them.
Another here recently in this area. If you know, you know. I don't feel like I want to name the establishments because there's not that. I don't think there's that many. There may be one or two, but if you know the promotion, they do $2 drafts on Tuesday and $3 craft drafts on Tuesday. So if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And it's more of a sports bar, lots of pool tables. Probably not ideal to take a child after like, I don't know, 3, 4 p.m.
Oh, shit.
We weren't. We had gone to the gym early, headed over there. It's right across the street from our gym. We walk in, you see yourself. Took about 5 minutes probably to get greeted. That feels like probably 15 minutes. But it was probably roughly at most 8 minutes. That 5 to 8 minute, but it felt like forever. So Joe, this fucking joker, walks up. Hey, how you doing? He's a pretty nice guy. Everything's cool. I order a beer right away. Wife doesn't know what she wants. I order an avocado. He stares at me like he's never heard of what an avocado is. Yes, I am going to drink a beer while I feed my daughter a sliced avocado. Great. So he walks back, takes, again, service is slow as hell. I'm ordering a $3 beer. I get it. I understand. I walk in with a kid. You were young family in it and a kid. You know, I truly believe we are prejudged, and that happens all the time. So we walk in. It takes another 5 minutes to get my beer, sure, or 5-10 minutes to get my beer. Wife is ready to order her drink. I think she just goes like vodka cranberry. 1, she doesn't drink normally, doesn't at all. 2, vodka cranberry. I'm like, what? Okay, that's just not even something you do usually. Homeboy is like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Doesn't have the avocado yet. This is slow, so slow. Great. Comes back without the avocado. Again, no drink. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run grab that drink. Wasn't ready yet. Goes back, comes back to avocado. No drink. And it's literally like 10, 15 minutes. You're frozen. No, you're not.
No, I'm just sitting here.
Okay. It's like 10, 15 minutes and no drink. Comes back again, tries to play it off. Like, oh yeah, we have. And she's like, I don't want it. And I'm just like, she just, because she was already talking to me. She's like, I'm just gonna cancel my order. I was like, babe, no, it's okay. You know what are we in the rush for? It's okay, no big deal. We're just chilling. Comes back with that. Yeah, just go ahead and cancel that drink. And I'm like, all right, I'll take another beer. It's just like looks at me sideways. Comes back. You know, it's just those things right there. You know, sums it up. That was we were gonna come in, spend $10 to $15. I know that's not much. That's not much, but I believe we were prejudged from the jump. If you take care of me, I'll easy tip you 100%. It's $10, man. If you actually take care of me on a small bill, I'm definitely that person.
Yeah.
But
I'm all about that.
Do not prejudge the tables. I feel like that whenever I come into some of my poor experiences, maybe people just don't care, or you're getting prejudged. They look at you and they're like, you know, people have been in the game for a long time. They want to look at you and be like, is this a money table? Or it's the regular who comes in twice a week who you know you're going to get 25%, 30% on. You're going to schmooze up and talk to them. Those are the things in the restaurant that, especially working in them, that I notice all the time and that I've learned from.
It happens all the time. In my favor, I'm like, hey, I want you to go take care of this table. Well, why? These people look like A, B, C, and D. They're not going to just do what I say. And those are the ones they're always like, man, these people just like, they balled out, you know? I'm like, yeah, just listen to me and take the damn table.
People want to spend money.
People want to spend money. You got to go into it with the mindset of you want to make money because people want to spend their money. They're there to spend their money.
Right.
90% of the time. Yeah.
Some people come in, oh, they're just drinking water. No. Why are they just drinking water? What do you mean? Why are they just drinking water? We have all this amazing stuff right behind you. You're not even going to mention it.
Right.
That's one of my pet peeves. Oh, they're just drinking water. And then they think they can. People, how hard is it to refill, especially if it's slow? They're just drinking water. You just started your shift. They're just drinking water. How hard is it to not hover, but refill water? They're going to throw you something. Right. Make your hourly rate of $2.15 or double it and make $5. Because that's what it is. It's a peak. It's a peak. You go from making $2.13 an hour to $6 an hour to all of a sudden 15 to maybe 30 to 50 an hour whenever everyone's cashing out. So,
It's crazy. But
learn from it, people.
Yeah.
Learn from it.
Don't prejudge. I feel like we say it a lot. We say we're a little redundant because it's important. It's important. And I hate that. But what I noticed, and by noticed I mean Tina and I, we went to a restaurant. We'll call it one of the Mongolian restaurants. The ones where you get all your stuff and you put it down.
Yeah, I like that.
Everything.
I like that place.
They're super dope. There's a few of them in the Kansas City area, and they're all so good.
One's Topeka, one over in Olathe.
Yeah, sure. BD's so good. I love BD's. Oh, I love BD's. You never had BD's? There's one in Independence. So there's like, I know 2 Mongolian restaurants, BD's and Hoo Hot. But I know there's one more. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Tina and I, we go through. We love to people watch, and it was dead at this time. This was like a 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. One of those, like right. we both had the day off. We're just driving by. We're like, oh, let's go get Mongolian. It's just one of those days. So we sit down. We're eating, and we see this big family, and I'm like, big old family. I wonder how much that's going to cost them. Just be like, that's whatever. Huge family. Mongolian's a little expensive. Right. And most of the family goes through, and then the dude, the husband, the dad, whatever, he starts to go through, and he's like pulling all of his stuff in his bowl, and it's a big heaping bowl, like it's huge, like this is a huge bowl, and
I'm pretty sure. Sorry to interrupt you. At this place, you can go again.
Yeah, you can go again
many times as you want.
As many times as you want. Like you don't need to. Okay, so he gets all the stuff. And, he gets to the end of the line. He gets all sauces in. He just looks at it. And then Tina's like, hey, man, this guy's looking weird. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll look at him like, yeah, he's like giving a weird aura. He's got like a weird vibe right now. I don't know what's going on. He looks at it. He walks back to the noodles and dead ass dumps it all back in the noodles.
What?
Like what? So I'm in awe. Like me and Tina, we both witnessed this. Like we just saw this go down.
You're probably just sitting there like half noodle out of your mouth. You're like,
I was because I'm eating. I use chopsticks because I'm sophisticated. I can't English, but I can use some damn chopsticks. So I'm like, what? So then he gets in a fight with like the manager comes out, the server, like she starts sweating and like, what do I do? Because what do you do with that situation? It's on the training manual. Like, I want to know
what I would do.
Right.
I would grab that big pan of noodles, take it out and say, sir, is there a problem? I'm not sure what else you do there, but yeah, tell me how this unfolded.
Dude, I don't know. Because we're on the clear other side of the restaurant. We stopped eating just to watch this. Like we don't understand what's going. Like I'm in such awe right now, and like the manager comes out, they talk, and then like the dude is like throwing a big ruckus about something, and then like all the kids like they have their food, it's there, like the whole family's got their food, it's cooked, like they're about to eat, and they get up and leave.
What? Weird, dude. So weird.
What's real weird is that Mongolian restaurant, it's not there anymore.
Really?
It's not. It was there for less than a year.
It must have had some nasty, so he must have saw some he didn't want to see in that bowl.
He must have, but
I'm guessing, right?
I don't know.
They already closed down?
Yeah, they already closed down. It's weird.
Very interesting, Kayla. Very interesting.
Not my experience, kind of like a collective experience with everybody, but felt like sharing it. It was weird. It was so.
I wish he would have had more like some curse words, or he called them
right,
derogatory.
But I had no idea. I couldn't hear anything. So like, my whole imagination was like, "What's going on? What's he doing?
Right.
Are they yelling? Did he find a cockroach? What's going on? I don't understand. Why is he so angry at the food? Mine was delicious. So
right.
So weird.
Maybe you just need to learn how to, my problem in those is the sauces. It gives you ladles of what you should put in there, but you don't know if you put more noodles and more meat than they put in. So I always go too heavy on the sauces and end up just making a hodgepodge of different teriyaki, gang pao, tu sao, all the different sauces.
That was good.
A little soy, a little garlic, a little spicy garlic, if you will. And then I get a taste and I'm like, damn it. And I have to eat it because I don't want to waste it.
Dude, my mom's super good.
Love those Mongolian grills. Every once in a while. Every once in a while, though.
Dude, when we open back up, I'm going. I'm going, bro. I'm going.
We'll set a little dinner date out there.
No, I like it. Oh,
so, man. My last poor experience that really burns deep in my brain, and it goes right along with I felt very prejudged walking into. I was sent to train in a different state for this current job, and I was leaving my pregnant wife at the time, and I was like, I want to have a nice steak dinner. We don't do that. We don't spend money on those type of things. We'll spend a lot of money on groceries, but to go out and drop, in my eyes, 100 to 150 on a nice steak dinner. I'm not trying to drop 250 and get a bottle, just a nice steak. Give me a ribeye. So that's what we were looking for. And this one burns in my brain because I learned a lot from it. And it was just very eye-opening to me. So it was a chain steakhouse. So we're not, it was mid-grade. I was looking to spend probably $30 to $50 tops on a steak. So we walk in, wonderful greet from a host. So I was like, oh, cool. Great start. One host. And it took a second because we walked in, no one said anything. There was like 4 people behind the desk. You have like 25 feet to the front desk, right?
Right.
So you can imagine you walk in, no one said anything. It was a great greet because really I was like, no, that's all right. I walk in, no one says anything. Then one host is like, hi, welcome in. I'm like, oh, great. It's getting a little better. It was super awkward at first. Thank you. And then remember my expectations, I'm about to leave my pregnant wife. I'm about to train for, could be 2 months. My expectations for what's about to happen on our last night going into this. And that's where I think the ball was dropped immediately on the service side of things. So I walk in, expectations here, vibes great, immediately awkward. No one says shit. You're like, okay, do we go? Okay, walk up here. One person says, nice, friendly smile. It was very genuine. I'm like, okay, maybe I can eat here. They seat us, walk about 2 feet in the front door, and immediately a booth to our left. I'm like, okay, cool, very cool. So it's all weird. It's all weird already. I'm looking at Courtney. She's kind of giving me this, like, she's like, she knows I'm kind of tense. I'm real quiet. And I was like, I don't know if I want to eat here. And I was like, that was just all not how I expected to kind of walk in. And it's real weird. And she's like, oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So we wait a little bit, wait a little bit longer. I figure at an establishment like this, prompt greet would be in order. This is a day of the week. It is a dinner time, but it's not a Thursday through Saturday.
Like a Tuesday.
Like a Tuesday night at 5:30 p.m. Sun's still out. It's hot. It's it's mid-May, like just started May. So finally, we get greet, and it's a water service type greet. It's not an official, hey, I'm your blah, 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 blah. Nope. Smacks 2 waters down, leaves the water, walks away. Dude, this is the one that's going to get my heart pounding. This is the one that I know I just stop. I look at Courtney and I'm just like, I froze. And she just like, what the hell? And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, probably another 3 minutes comes by, maybe even longer, because a different person comes by. And she's like, hey, how y'all doing? Kind of a little greet. And I'm like, so I already had an old fashioned in mind. I was like, man, I'm just going to have this drink. Order the drink. Great old fashioned. That's one positive thing so far that I can say. But the first guy who dropped the water off still has yet to come back. And I learned that he is our server later on. But I get my old fashioned delivery and have my card on the table because I'm like, I'm deucing. I'm like, that was all bullshit. I'm about to drop money and you like slap these waters down, didn't say a damn thing and left. I'm like, hell no. Have my card down. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna pay for this. We're gonna get out of here. Nothing crazy. I was just like, yeah, we changed our mind. We're gonna go somewhere else. Wasn't trying to do shit. I was just like, get me out of here. Let me pay like a normal person. So finally, I think the manager carries my card over, and he's like, hey, I just kind of heard we were leaving a little earlier than expected, and I tried to play it off as like, yeah, we just kind of changed our mind. Weren't feeling it. I'm never one to be like. And then finally, he's like, kept questioning me. I was like, okay. I just threw up on this dude. And, he did his job. He got me to stay. He had a different waiter take care of me, but I wasn't trying to get anything for free. I was just like, listen, my expectations here with my pregnant wife, I kept pointing like, dude, I'm about to leave her. She's about to go back home and, fend for herself. I'm out training right now. I'm about to, this was something very important to me. And really threw up on this guy. I was like, it was pathetic. This guy just slammed some waters down, walked away. We didn't get greeted. Sir, I'm in the industry. I played all the same things that most people who are not trying to take advantage, who simply are just like, hey, this was a flaw. He did his job. I learned something from him. He did his job. End up ordered the food. I think something else was wrong with the steak. Maybe it was a little overdone. Anyway, he comped 50% of my bill. Not what I was looking for, but moral of the story, do not prejudge people. And you gotta, what I learned most was, don't prejudge. And 2, you gotta have the mindset that everybody is coming in to celebrate one of the best nights of their life. Not everyone is, and you're gonna get that vibe real quick, but the expectations people have and that you're really striving to meet. And it was just lost that night. Anyway, I'm like, I love you, wife. This is why we don't go and do things like this, man. Young couple, we probably look like just some, who knows, white Joe. I was wearing a flannel and some like skinny jeans and some Vans.
Hey, man.
My baby's rocking a big bump, and just like, it was horrible, man. It was such a bad experience, but I learned quite a bit from that. I think I learned more from the poor experiences on my own than I do every day on the reg.
Definitely. Like, segue time, because we notice a lot. We run restaurants, so we notice way more than the Karens when things go wrong. Like, we're more understanding. Like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like Tina says all the time when we go out, like, oh, what do you think about this guy? Hey, what about this? Are you a good server? Are you going to hire him? Like, I don't know, babe. That's what I'm thinking about, really. I'm really thinking about it.
Right.
Like our Cheesecake Factory guy. Oh, man. Oh, what was his name? I invited him in. Oh, it was so good. This dude, like, went out of his way. Like, he was hungry. I wish I could remember his name, because he came in. I gave him lunch with his girlfriend. I hooked up his whole night. He was that good.
Nice.
But, like, he was hungry. Like, it was a busy day. I think it was Valentine's Day weekend. And this dude, like, comes up to us. He comes up to us. Like, he sees that we're standing there. We don't look like we're rich by any means. Like, it's Valentine's Day. We're put together. He comes up to us like, hey, man, I've seen you guys stand there for a while. You got some drinks. My section's open. Like, just straight up. He's like, my section's open if you want a table. I'm like, yeah, sure, this sounds great. So then, like, he comes up, he's like, yeah, so you guys have some drinks. Offers the bottle. He sees we're drinking wine. You're like, you want to get the bottle? I'm like, nah, we're good. But no, we get the apps, we get stuff. He's on it. Like, this dude's got like 8 tables and he's hustling. He's hustling hard.
That's refreshing.
It was, and like, he was on it, and he's like, oh man, I'm bringing you guys some water. Here's this, enjoy. Like, and he, like, I saw like this dude hustling. Like, he never stopped moving, but he was on us. I understood he had 8 tables, but like every time he came by, he's like, all right, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna like make sure I get that refill for you. I'm gonna make sure you don't need anything. Get that water, that bread to you, that everything. Like,
love it.
And I noticed
so
that.
refreshing, man.
It was so like, wow, like this dude is in the weeds. He's genuinely trying. He's in it. Like, damn. And those are things like we notice. So like when you're sitting at the service station not doing anything, I notice. When you don't ask me for dessert, I notice. You know, that happened once when I was at Olive Garden. We went out. God, we go out a lot now that I think about it. It's not like twice a month, really. But yeah, we went out and like this, it was slow. And there was 8 servers. And like, I understand it's a large building, but there's like 3 people sitting in the section. And like, they didn't even know who the server was going to be. The server didn't know what was going on. It's slow. Didn't even offer me dessert. Like, I was actually feeling dessert. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for this dude to ask me if I want dessert. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see a dessert menu. Where's it at? Never asked me. So like, I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm like, all right, you brought me the bill now. I'm not,
Yeah, dude, that's learn. People learn. You talk about it. God, have the mindset they do want it.
Yeah.
You want to be shocked if they don't. You're like, oh,
maybe we have great desserts.
And then you're already ready. Here's your bill, sir.
Yeah. Man, just like, I wish I could remember this dude's name. I wish I remember his girlfriend's name is Shannon, but I can't remember his name. Damn. Shout out to you and Cheesecake Factory and Cheesecake Factory in general.
Shout out to you, bud.
Shout out to you. And
I know you're listening out there. Thank you.
You know who you are. You know who you are. I'm going to go through my text and everything. So
that's hilarious.
Man, like
that is hilarious.
Oh, and don't talk.
That's refreshing.
Yeah, it was. It was real nice. It was real nice. Oh man, I'm just like pondering. Like, man, it was just so nice. It was a nice Valentine's Day. It was.
Sure.
It was on a Tuesday. I don't know why I remember that.
On Tuesday.
So yeah. We got anything else?
That's I ended on my best, worst, and learning experience on my personal side of it. I think I could definitely think of a few more. I don't eat out a whole lot. Don't dine and dash. I was a young teen at one point who did that. Don't do that. Pay for your food.
I will call you. If you have a reservation, I will call you. If you.
Oh yeah,
I've done it.
I had to do it.
I've done it a few times. Like, hey,
sadly too many times.
This person in your party, they didn't pay. You have shitty friends. You have real shitty friends.
First, find some new friends, and then call that shitty friend and have him pay for his meal, please.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I've also had people they're like, oh, they're like old 65-year-old people. They're like, oh no. And they call up, I left without paying. I am so sorry. Can you take it over the phone? I'm like, yep, I can do that. I will totally do that for you.
Were you there I don't think you were there. I was closing one night and looked like dad and his son came in and it was just a very weird table. The service said that they were just kind of off. Anyway, comes in, oh, I don't have my bill, or I don't have my wallet. And I'm just like, the whole time my staff's telling me, oh, they're trying to play you. They're trying to get you. And I'm like, no way, dude. He's a lawyer. He has a business card. I'm like, if he went through all of it to make up now a card, these are clean cut people. They don't look like Raggedy Joes. To come up here and make a fake business card that says you're a lawyer and everything. I'm like, fine, have your $30 meal, bro. Whatever. If you want to go through that step, what do you want me to say? Like, what do you want to say? But I was super surprised that the son, you don't have a wallet on you, you can't pick up this because you're like,
right.
Wow. They end up paying for it.
Oh, man.
But another manager's like, I wouldn't let him leave. What? What are you going to restrain him?
Right. Like, what are you going to do?
What are you talking about? It's $30. First of all, I've got another 3 hours of work ahead of me. I'm not really trying to deal with
this. Right. This is minimal on the list of things I need to care about right now.
Right.
It's minimal. Like, it'll work itself out. It will work itself out. It usually does.
It usually does.
Bad. Actually bad. It's real bad. Oh, man.
But no, dessert servers, just to have one. I hope any servers that listen to this, you're all taught to upsell and do that. And it's annoying that, upsell. Dessert's easy.
It's super easy.
Dessert menu. This is my favorite. I love this. Check it out. That's all you got to do. Slide it by. If you don't have enough in building, keep one in your server book. I wish we could present desserts, though. I think a visual aid is something very, very nice, and it's very efficient. Worked at a couple places where it doesn't work all the time because it gets too busy, on a, you're obviously not going to be able to walk around and other people might need it, but boom, walking by, like, hey folks, do we care for any of this? And you got a nice, like, it was good. It was good.
No, like, God, Culver's is just a great business model. Like everything they do is great. No, they did that. We used to have like a platter and like whatever we were trying to sell, we'd make it and present it, like, and put it there and like tilt it up and like have it there for you. Like, hey, like during Lent, it was always like fish. We're like, hey, we got the sweet cod fillet, the walleye. There it is. There's the meal right there. It looks fantastic. So, I like a good visual aid, and get out of just, well, this is what the menu is. Describe it, to try to sell it, know what you're selling, know your food, know your drinks, know what's going on. It's your job, it's your livelihood. Learn something about what you do.
If you actually like it too, I mean, if you're like, man, it's killer. It's amazing. This is definitely my favorite dessert. Absolutely love it. The ice cream just melts over the brownie. They're like, oh, perfect. I'll just buy it from you because you're being honest. If I can tell you're being honest and genuine, maybe I won't get it. Maybe I'll get another dessert. But I'm like, yeah, sure. Dude, you want to go through the trouble of trying to sell me, please. I'm super willing. Super willing.
I don't know how many desserts I've sold just because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love some of our desserts. And I'll just roll up and be like, hey, we have this dessert. It's great. You guys are celebrating. You want this. And they're like, yeah, I want it. I totally want it. Because like they saw the sparkle in my eye.
Right.
And that's what it comes down to is like, we always say, do this, don't do this. But like the two of us are now talking about our shitty experiences on a platform, like this happens.
Right. For sure. Every time. Day.
And that's how you lose regulars. That's how you don't make regulars. That's how these people that could be regulars go somewhere else, when the business is making money.
For sure. Form that relationship with someone else. I was going to tie in with, you were saying that selling because you like it, you love it. With that, if you don't like the item, people, don't tell people, your guests, your customers, that you don't like something. Well, I just like to be honest. You're not going to, what do you mean? You have no chance to sell that item. If you're like, meh, it's okay. What?
No, I'm telling the story. I am telling the story. Okay, so here's what happened was we have a fantastic events coordinator, a whole great team, and this couple came in, big old party. They set their menu. They know what's going on. They're like, all right, cool. So our events coordinator comes over to our bistro, sits them down, and is like, all right, cool, let's order the food. Server rolls up, like, hey, I'm me. What's up? And the girl's like, I want the chicken marsala. They already ordered the chicken marsala on their event menu. Server goes, and I quote, that's disgusting. You want to get something else. What? In front of his boss.
Oh my God.
In front of my boss. Like, don't do that. I mean, you could, like, verbiage. You ready for this? It's not my favorite. You don't have to say that, but like, okay. They've already ordered it. They want it already. They want it.
I'm just
like, they've already ordered it. Like, if someone asks you, like, hey, I want the chicken.
How is that?
How is that? Yeah. It's not my favorite. I prefer this.
But people love it.
But people love it. It's
there you go.
Not my favorite. People love it. Here's my favorite. If you need to go that far, if they don't know, talk about something you do know, something you do like. Yeah, if they're real indecisive, but if they order the damn item, just give it to them. They want it. Yes. You don't have to tell them it's gross.
You don't have to talk them out of the $20 entree, okay, that they just went to now got a $13 sandwich. You're a jackass. Whoever you are, I'm ready for this episode to end so I can ask who this imbecile is. And so I just found out who it was. Not surprising. You're a fucking jabroni. Jesus titties, man. Yeah, but don't do that, people. Don't. Yeah, I like that. It's not my favorite. It's not ordered as much as this. People who get it tend to really enjoy it. I personally love this. I like this, but half the time that's happening, you're like, well, I like this, this, and this. And then they either go with the one that they wanted the first time, or they go with something completely different and don't go with any of your other. You're like, okay, great. But you're trying. You're being a southern. But do not tell them anything at your establishment is disgusting. I don't like that. Even if you don't, it's not my favorite. Learn your verbiage, guys.
Right?
It's baffling sometimes.
I'm not a fan of a lot of things that I've sold throughout the years, but I never told anyone I didn't like it. I never told anybody that it was gross. Like I'll tell people I don't like items on it. Like, I don't like olives, so I prefer this. Like I'll do that. Like, oh man. But
I always fall to if they're like, "How's this?" I'm like, this is legit honest. I was like, that one. If anything, I was like, I've eaten our entire menu many, many times. If anything, it's kind of let me down to my expectations. It was probably that. Now people love it, but for me personally, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And that's like the most honest. And that's the people like who are regulars who I actually am really, really going to talk to. Even that is a stretch. I would be like, oh yeah, people love it.
Oh man. But it's just like
don't
all
do
these
that.
things just ruin people's experience. Like this lady, I'm surprised she even stayed with us for her event. Like really? After that, oh man.
Be aware, people. Be aware. If you have some kind of establishment where your bosses are having regular luncheons or doing this and that, that service needs to be elevated, people. And I know in the perfect world, you're going to give the same service to every single person that walks in the building in the perfect world. But if you're taking care of your CEO, CFO, CTO, event manager, anything that they are trying to build sales, you need to show them what it's about. Why don't even say that service needs to be elevated? You just need to do your damnedest. Do your best. Do your best job. Okay?
Straight up. Okay, do it. With that, into the server tip of the week, because we will go on this for fucking ever.
My heart's pounding.
Will. God, it started with us and then went into all the shit you people do. This is like part 2 of what grinds our gears.
I kind of feel like, we
it really is.
Way into, hey, stop.
Stop it. Stop it. This really is part 2 of the last episode. Like, I'm telling you people, like, we've done it. We've seen it. Okay, server tip of the week. Here we go. We have to be nice to each other, when we get back, and we're going to go back, the date keeps pushing. We got to be nice to each other. We got to have each other's backs, I like that. And that includes, people coming out to eat, to enjoy the restaurant, to enjoy the bars, to enjoy whatever it is you're enjoying. Don't be a Karen. Yeah, I'm sorry, hashtag don't call me Karen. You really set me off with that one because you're acting like a Karen by saying it. No, be nice. Don't go in with this is going to be the perfect night of my life, because we forgot how to do our jobs. It's been 2-3 months possibly. We're going to go back. I'm dead set. We're having seminars. We're getting everyone together before, because we're not going to throw everyone in. But people haven't been working for months, and people like there's different menu changes. There's different everything, and a lot of people probably forgotten it by now. So just be understanding when you go out. It's going to be downscale no matter where you are, but be nice, have each other's back, and help each other out. That's all. Just be kind.
Be kind. I like that. That's a ride or die. Like I always say, if I hear something, that get it tatted on your body is what I like to say. Tatted on your body.
I like it.
My tip of the week, servers. Learn from your own personal experiences, okay? If you go out and you have a poor experience, you have a great experience. Someone really takes care of you. You're like, wow, those moments where you're like, oh wow, I'm getting taken care of. Learn from it and apply it to your everyday, your job. Apply it. Learn from your experiences. That's my big thing. This is a great episode. I'm gonna take right with me and help people understand. I think it's super important to. At the end of the day, we're in the business to make. We're not in the business to deliver food. We're in the business to create experiences. And we have to.
Hell yeah.
We have to stick to that.
Always create experiences. That's something Jesse still says. Like, kind of instilled in me a long time ago. Like, we're creating experiences. People are coming out. They want to spend their money.
For sure.
Show them a good time. I like it. So
Help them do it.
Help them do it. Find us on all your favorite podcast apps, the YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps everything out. Subscribe so you know when we drop. Email us at lifeinsidecast@gmail.com. Find all of our links on the Facebook, and just have a great day, great weekend. Hopefully we come back strong.
For sure. Yeah, thank you all so much. It's always fun. Love sitting down with you, Pecs. It's always a pleasure, guys. So until next time, Doughy Noey
And I'm Pecs.